not playing how he was when he first got there.
No.
Something happened.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was flustered because he had all them options,
or flustered from his past game with all the interceptions, but
that boring ass game, Vikings win it 3-0.
That's it.
Boo.
But big divisional game, got the 49ers taking on those Seattle Seahawks.
You know, the playoff hopes are diminishing. I think it was like 24 when I checked.
Yeah, it didn't help. It didn't help with Geno going out in practice.
2 days before the game, he just randomly gets a groin injury. Bro's afraid to play against the 49ers and the Eagles. That's what I think it is. So, I mean,
it does kind of seem that way, doesn't it?
I'm honestly on the lock season. It's big cock lock time.
Well, I mean, he did decent today against a really stout 49ers defense.
He did.
Put up 16 points on the team.
The touchdown pass to DK Metcalf in the corner of the end zone, that was a dime.
No, it was. And I mean, he showed really good movement with his feet, trying to keep plays alive and stuff like that. It's just, you're going up against, honestly, probably right now, one of the top teams in the NFC. They are one of the top teams, but between them and Cowboys, there's really nobody clicking more than them right now in the NFC. Both teams really seem to be hitting their stride when they need to be. Locke did throw two touchdowns, but he also threw 2 interceptions. So
without the interceptions, the game could have went completely different.
And they even mentioned that when I was watching highlights earlier, how the couple miscues from Seattle is pretty much what cost them that game. Other than that, they played really good football, and it was pretty even keel because even the defense of Seattle walked away with an INT off fucking old Brock Purdy.
We did. I mean, we're just showing Brock Purdy is not fantastic. Even the touchdown pass to Deebo Samuel.
You still don't have your running back.
Yep. Kenneth Walker did play today, but he was limited.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's still not there. He shouldn't even have played.
He only had 5 carries.
You should have sat him.
So
why? I mean, I get using him because this is a necessary game. This is a big game. But again, with the irrelevance that he did play, what was the point of even giving him the opportunity to get hurt?
The fact that Zach Charbonnet got hurt last week, so he was questionable.
Yep.
Kenneth Walker was questionable from 2 weeks ago. So going into this week, we were down 2 running backs. Our only option was DJ Dallas.
Well, I can literally say the same thing for the Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, we lost Pacheco. You got McKinnon that was out up until this game today. So yeah, we had to rely on our third string, old Clyde Edwards-Helaire. But I mean, like you said, it's just showing, where you have more depth in areas and not in others. So you don't have that huge depth for the Seahawks at running back. You have 2 solid running backs in Zach Charbonnet and Kenneth Walker. But after that, it's kind of like,
who's next?
Yeah, so I get what you're saying. That's probably why, you tried to rush Kenneth Walker a little bit more than you should. I'm with you. I would love to see this go farther for both our teams, but we're struggling at a time where we don't need to be struggling, but we can also turn stuff around and make it so that way that doesn't matter.
Anything is possible, but chances are diminishing
quickly. Yeah.
Pretty quick.
Yeah. But I mean, again, the nice thing, that was one of your tougher games going forward.
Right.
You know what? That was one of your big ones.
The next couple of weeks, we have not a cakewalk. We got the Eagles.
I think that's going to be a shootout.
With the way the Eagles been playing defensively and the way that the Seahawks been playing offensively, I don't know, man. Honestly, it's possible. And then we got the Titans, and it's the Titans. So as long as we just keep Derrick Henry contained, we're good. We got the Steelers, who've been playing very iffy football, and the Cardinals.
Yeah. So we all know how the Cardinals like to play.
We have a very winnable schedule. We just need to perform.
Yeah. You just need to put the pieces together and hopefully limit your injuries. That seems to be the big problem right now.
We get a long week this week.
Yeah.
So.
That's good. That's good. You need it. I really think you need it. You get Monday night.
We got Monday night
next week, right?
Eagles,
yeah. Yeah, that got changed out because it was supposed to be Chiefs Patriots. Oh, that would be a barn burner.
Oh.
Watch, that one does turn out to be a
fucking destruction either side.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Of course, we'll talk about that next week.
100%.
So, but yeah, moving on from that one, 49ers, they get that win 28-16. So Niners are number 1 after Eagles lose today. After Eagles lose today, and Cowboys are number 2. That was a great win for the Niners today then, because that helped them out a lot. I did not realize. I thought that put them at number 2, but you are correct. They did beat the Cowboys already. So that gives them the tiebreaker with the same record. This next game we're going to talk about, sadly, another injury happened. Justin Herbert went out with a broken finger, but I'm more worried about the Broncos catching this stride right here and sneaking up on the Chiefs for that AFC West.
Yeah. Broncos country.
Yeah.
Broncos country. Let's ride.
They're riding right now. I mean, they're a 7-6 team, and they're one game behind Kansas City. And they beat us. We beat them. So it's going to come down to the division wins, which I think we're both pretty close to being locked up on those as of right now, too. So
you're both what, 1-1? 1-1?
1-1 between each other. And then on the other games, I think we haven't lost to any other teams.
Okay.
So our only losses in the division are to each other, I think, right now. But with the end of the season, there's always a couple division games that come up. So it's probably going to come down to those. I mean, especially if Chiefs don't stop this slide that they've had going for about 5 games. Like literally you look back, and I'll even call a couple games before the loss to the Broncos. Like there's a couple games before that where it just was looking shaky. So
it's like, wow, they are not playing right.
No, we're winning a game, but we ain't playing right. But the Broncos are playing right because they walked away with that 24-7 win and like I said, put them at 7-6 and just put them in that lock of 16 sitting at 7-6.
And they have a pretty good chance of making.
These guys have one of the better chances.
Yeah.
They're playing good. They've been playing good. The one game they lost the other week, it was a barely lose to Houston, a last minute interception in the end zone. And it was
unfortunate.
It was, but I'm just saying that is the one thing that is literally that one game keeps them from being tied with Kansas City right now. That is how close it is. It's crazy.
With 4 games left, so much that could happen.
It is so ridiculous. And I'm just mind blown because I can't even put the numbers in my head to where I think things are going to line up and it makes sense because I don't know.
Another one of those games that we were just talking about, Chiefs and Bills.
Oh, what are you talking about?
We're not skipping over it.
Yeah, we ain't going to skip over it. We won't skip over it. First off, Epinesa, the guy for the Bills that batted that pass, caught the motherfucker.
Dude.
And then you want to fake an injury and go out? You son of a bitch. I wanted one more chance on your ass. Crazy play, crazy result. I did not see that coming down that way. It's just one of those things that you'll see it once in a blue moon, and it just always seems to happen to a Chiefs team. I watched, again, Marcus Mariota throw a touchdown to himself. It just seems like the Chiefs. And again, you see Mahomes even losing his cool this game with the refs. And that's not something that...
Yeah, he was pissed at the end of the game. He was mad.
He was very mad. And I am going to... Again, there's always something the refs do wrong. But man, and it's not just the Chiefs game today. There was other time. I'm sitting here watching games. I'm like, offside on the defense, nobody calls it. False start by the offense, nobody calls it. I get that we're letting people play football, but we're also letting the fundamentals, we don't worry about the fundamentals anymore. I don't know. It is what it is. Yes, my Kansas City Chiefs blew that game to the Buffalo Bills. Really, the Bills needed it more than we did, and they showed it. Right. I mean, really what it came down to. I mean, Mahomes played good football. I can't really do I can't knock on Mahomes.
It came to the calls. Honestly, the calls at the wrong time, that really led to it. How did you feel about the call for Kadarius Toney's game winner?
So
he was offside.
So yeah, his foot was clearly on the line with the ball.
Offsides. What was
I wouldn't even say it was on the line with the ball, which it cannot be. Right. It's on that, it was on the blue line. And it cannot be. Now, unbeknownst to me, Andy Reid says that the refs usually tell the coach, hey, you're going to get an offside, and nobody said anything to him. I don't care about that. I don't look to the refs to tell me my team's offside.
You just expect your team
I expect my team to know. Offside. That being said, I guess I don't know the rules on that. Can my foot be on that line? I don't know. Because
that line is what separates the ball from you. The only thing that can cross that line is center's fingertip. Because even when you're lined up as an offensive tackle, right, your helmet can't be past that line.
But it can be on the line.
It could be
But the foot wasn't past the line.
It's the fact that it was on it. He was standing on it.
But he wasn't leaned over it.
No, he was on it.
No, I just don't know the exact details because when you look at when a quarterback scrambles, their whole body can be over that damn line as long as one part of it is touching it. You know what I mean?
Right.
I do get it. If it's offsides, it's offsides. I guess
it's different when you're the ball carrier.
Would it be a false start? Should the play have been blown dead immediately?
Was it not?
No.
Well, the flag was thrown while they were pitching it. Like he pitched it.
Yeah, but that's the whole thing. He's offsides from the beginning of the play. He should have never made it 20 yards downfield for that play to make it that long. I guess that's one of my things. Should it have been? I don't know.
They didn't stop it in time, but it's also one of those things that they were letting it play and they were just going.
Hey, you know what? It's also one of those things that we say every time in this podcast, it seemed like, don't leave it up to them shit ass refs.
Every ref is shit.
Well, I mean, you look at, that's what I'm saying. I'm not just saying the Chiefs game. There's been plenty of games I watched this weekend where I'm just like, are these refs watching?
DK Metcalf getting ejected.
Well, like when we were watching the Eagles-Dallas game, we're sitting there and it was, the ref isn't even looking where he should be looking at.
No, he's just so focused on like whoever the receiver's ass cheeks.
Yeah.
The ball's in the air. The corner's swatting his arms before the ball's even there.
Yeah, this is a blatant pass interference. And they're like, no. And like even Jay Real was like, oh, maybe he was turned around playing the ball. No, the Eagles cornerback's helmet is in the fucking Cowboys' hands as the football is trying to come in. Like, where are these refs looking? Especially when it comes to these PIs.
They're watching the wrong parts of the plays.
I mean, I don't know.
But
I don't know. It is what it is. Like we say every time, don't leave it up to the refs. Play that fucking game and fucking get 9 fucking TDs and ram it down somebody's fucking throat. And then it don't fucking matter because you won fucking 40 to fucking 10. Don't call 3 pass interferences. I got 40 fucking points, bitch. Like, pull a fucking Cowboys fucking Eagles. You throw fucking 9 fucking flags. I will say this, though. I do get tired of, and everybody's going to say Patrick Mahomes is a wham baby motherfucker. But I watched it today. Josh Allen, every fucking play. Whoa! What was that? Fuck him. Like, he is a wham baby. And I'm glad he got his little win because I hope we get a chance to play his ass in the fucking playoffs again and ran it down their fucking throat.
Mahomes at the end of the game also was
very heated.
A little wham baby.
Yeah.
After the game, what are you going to do? There's nothing you can do. You're just crying at that point.
No, I get it. I get it.
Like the clock's hit 0. You're literally just yapping.
Oh, I get it.
You want to get something off your chest.
I get it.
I was just crying.
But he's upset. I mean, I get it. He's upset on multiple levels. Like he's felt like the past couple games have kind of been taken away from him by the refs. He feels. And then also there's no way he's not frustrated with his wide receiver core.
Right.
There's no way he's not. I mean, the guy always is a stand-up dude and backs it up and puts it on him and that he needs to get better. And the whole team needs to get better. But we watched it tonight. How many times did he put it in the guy's fucking number? And again, he drops it. He drops it. Kadarius drops it. I mean, even when Richie James caught that one for a first down, we're sitting there like, oh shit. Like,
brace yourself.
Like, hopefully he holds on to it.
You need to reevaluate your pass catchers.
Well, and even Travis Kelce. I mean, yeah, it was a hell of a fucking play by the defense, but they had to go back, use a fucking challenge because they considered it a fumble. It is what it is. Again, like we said 100 times, play good enough football. You don't need the refs,
Right.
Clean up the fucking game and get the fucking touchdowns. Quit walking away with some of these fucking shit ass field goals, getting within field goal range and then fucking walking yourself backwards 25 fucking yards. I watched that happen so many teams today, just walking yourself out of even field goal contention.
Get sacked because of poor protection.
Or the false starts. Ridiculous. This will be one of the years I have seen the most false starts by offenses. And usually the offensive line is so stout, but everybody's just so not on each other's same page. It just seems like. And that's why we're seeing all these close records. But yeah, Chiefs lose. They're getting close to that wild card picture if they don't pick it up. And Bills trying to get into the wild card. And then the last game we have, it would be the Eagles Cowboys, but
we touched on it a little bit.
We touched on it the most, and we were kind of going through it during the Instagram live. So if you tuned in for that, you kind of caught our takes on what was going on with the game. And so we really don't need to touch a whole lot onto that. It was a 33-13 win for the Cowboys. Again, putting them in the number 2 seed right now for the NFC altogether. And it drops the Eagles to the wild card and gives them their second loss in a row.
Yeah, it's real tough. And, honestly, seen it coming. Cowboys are on a hot streak. Eagles are on a down streak. Who's to say?
Yeah, but it literally next game, it can literally flip flop. One team can win, one team can lose, and they switch spots from the wild card back to the number 2 seed. It's that close all over that board. But yeah, like we said, we touched on that throughout the game. Dak had a great game. Dak actually I hate to even fucking say it. My skin is crawling, but Dak had a really nice game. No INTs. He has actually only thrown I think 2 interceptions in the past. Since he went for those 4 right off the bat in like the first 4 games, he's only thrown 2 since then. I mean, he's really slowed down his progressions, I think is a big thing. And he's just concentrating more